Bonjour à tous, bienvenue dans la Fédération des planètes unies. Comme vous voyez, je n'ai pas streamé sur YouTube, j'ai un problème avec le logiciel, ce qui fait que ce sera que sur Twitch. Je réglerai ça au cours de la semaine. C'est parti pour une aventure sur le Delta quadrant.
There's something interesting I'd like you to... The Vaudois are attacking ships in the Orlitis system. The Romulans are sending the Lisette to assist them, and I want you to back them up. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
Glad to have you by our side. This is one of the systems marked for further examination during your work with Subcommander Seyhen. I'm not sure what the Vaudois are up to here, but they're fighting like demons. They're attacking a small group of Alliance vessels. More hostile ships are on the way. I propose we divide and conquer. The Lisette will fly ahead and catch any incoming ships, while you free our trapped allies. Your thoughts?
Now the Vaudois will know the fury of the Gorn.
Thanks for the help.
A large Vaudouar fleet just arrived. This is our chance to strike before they retreat.
Greetings. I am Lieutenant Gaius Celan, Chief Intelligence Officer for the Lisette. I regret to inform you that the Vaudois now control the ship. The bridge is lost, and we are locked out of most internal sensors. However, I managed to access a secure comm channel before the security codes were changed, and have located a safe location for transport. I have sent the coordinates to your ship. Without your assistance, the Lisette and her crew will be lost.
Nous avons vérifié le lieutenant Selmac, monsieur. Nous pouvons transporter vous et une petite équipe dès que vous êtes prêts. Il suffit de nous dire.
The ship is swarming with Vaudois soldiers. Our security forces are attempting to engage them, but as of yet, we have not made significant gains. I am unable to contact other members of the senior staff, but I believe they are still alive. Very coincidental, really. Our current situation is remarkably similar to my invasion scenario 4591. When you are ready, we can go over our plan of attack. We need to retake several key areas of the ship. The security team here will capture the bridge. Meanwhile, your team should storm the med bay, which we are very close to. Dr. Cryptic should be there. After that, we must retake the armory to prevent the Vaudois from resupplying. In the majority of my scenarios, Lieutenant Tyrell is there making a stand against the invaders. From there, we need to see whether the Vaudois perform like Scenario 4591 or Scenario 3291, though perhaps they may surprise us and be more like 6895. My apologies. We do not have time for my idle speculation. Any questions?
You must stop this meaningless massacre! Consider the balance!
That's the one who defied Gaul! Kill them all!
You have my thanks. Such reckless slaughter! Thank you for the rescue. The Vaudois have no respect for anything other than their own selfish goals. I'm sorry, but I cannot help you any further. I am just a civilian scientist, not a trained killer, a trained soldier like you. I'll wait here until everything has settled down, unless you believe there is something I can do. Yes, that is more than acceptable. I will not fight, but I can help restore the balance by helping others. I will attempt to stabilize anyone who needs help here, and then await word from you or the doctor that the medbay is safe.
Do your worst. You're amateurs compared to the tall Shiar. I will not sit by and let you take this ship. Thank you. Let's get to work. Glad to see you, but if you came here instead of the bridge, it means you're following a plan made by Gaius and his scenarios. The equipment here is still operational. I'll begin treating the wounded. There's a console nearby you can use to contact the security team heading to the bridge. I've watched enough of Gaius and his scenarios to know that he would never count on a single team's success. He'd send someone else to the bridge. And I also know he's made a few modifications to almost every console on the ship, including that one. Nothing happens in my medbay without my knowledge.
Good timing. We're about to storm the bridge. We'll keep the channel open during the assault. I'll contact you again after we have control.
What makes you think you will succeed where others have failed? You should have taken Gaul's offer.
I imagine we both overheard the same thing. Very curious. I've run simulations where the security team failed, but none like this. We should continue with the plan. We have this area secure, and you are the only mobile unit still available. If you can recover Zhu and her team in the armory, we will have another opportunity to retake the ship.
Thanks for the help, I guess. We should talk strategy. Bah! Vodwar. I'll take down every last one of them, I swear it. Nobody makes me look like a fool. I guess I'll let you deal with a few. I can't be in two places at once. We have problems in the brig and in engineering. Cyanel and his team are pinned down in engineering, and Commander Jirok and Sub-Commander Merrill are in the brig. I'm going to head engineering. If the Vodwar get control of the Singularity, we're done. Think you could secure the brig?
Disable the security grid, and we can get out of here.
Thank you. What's the situation? You're a welcome sight. I was on the bridge. We were attacked by just one Vaadwaur, but he was different, stronger, unstoppable. He wiped out our security team, but he knocked Var and me out. Put us here for questioning. What's happening? Do we have control of the bridge? Is Zynel there? If he and Zhu can hold engineering while we take the bridge, we can take control of the ship and then clean up the Vaadwaur from there. I'll still need some time to recover. You and Sub-Commander Merrill should head to the bridge. I'll stay here and monitor the situation. Be on your guard. The Vaadwaur that took that bridge shrugged off our attacks like they were nothing. He won't go down easily.
Commander Jirok requires our assistance.
He's gone. Strange. Excellent work. We have control of the ship's life support, navigation, and weapons systems again. According to the logs, the Vaadwaur leader was attempting to open fire on your ship. Doesn't look like he could get past Lieutenant Salon's security algorithm. I'll handle things up here, but could you use that console to contact Lieutenant Terrell? Tell her to scramble her security teams and find that Vaadwaur.
If you want to live, you'll give me what I want.
I've survived worse than you.
You have no idea who you're dealing with.
Was this all a trick to lure us away from engineering? What are they trying to... No, he couldn't. I fear the worst. If the Vaadwaur is in engineering, he could turn off the shielding protecting the Singularity Core. Without containment, the Singularity will implode.
This way. Nowell and I have a plan. Very predictable. If the Vaadwaur can't use the Lisette to attack other ships, They will make a statement by destroying us with our own singularity. I've analyzed the data from other teams fighting the Vaudois. It's pointless for you to try to fight him. Your weapons are inadequate for the task. However, Narrel has come up with an interesting theory that may work. The vents in the Singularity Core carry a modified version of plasma. I'm not cleared to give you all the details, but the Lisette is testing several advances that have not been provided to other ships in the fleet at this time. Narrel believes direct exposure to this modified plasma may create a vulnerability in the Vaudois. I believe this plan has a low chance of success, but it is the best option we have. If you can lure the Vaudois beneath the vents, Narrel and I will overload them, causing the plasma to cover the Vaudois and weaken him. You'll have one more problem to deal with before that, however. The Vaudois has erected a shield around the Singularity Core. Very smart, I must say. No one will be able to affect him when he is inside. You must trick him into dropping that shield. I suggest playing towards the Vaudois' pride. That is usually the surest way to convince someone to make a suboptimal move. Once that is done, lure the Vaudois beneath one of the vents. We'll activate the plasma, and then you can properly knock out our friend. Are you ready? That was the first thing I tried when I arrived. There is something preventing us from locking transporters onto any of the Vaudois. Not uncommon, really. I have observed that many Starfleet officers also carry devices that prevent them from being randomly transported. If I find a way around the transporter block, I'll do as you ask.
Your ship is doomed! You made it. A shame. We had hoped you would be neutralized by now. But you show an unusual resilience. Perhaps that's why Gaul made his generous offer. You're too late to stop what is happening. The Singularity Core's overload has already begun. You will all be destroyed by your greatest weapon. It's almost poetic, really. Ah, my pride as a Vaudois. That's good. Very good. This is simply the most efficient way. I could kill you all one at a time, but I have better things to do. Interesting. But will you abandon the Lisette, or will you stay until the last glorious second to try and save it? Regardless, I will admit you make a point. You've survived too many of your previous encounters for me to leave anything to chance.
vulnerable to the plasma. Focus your fire.
He's recovering. Lure him back beneath one of the pipes.
He's vulnerable to the plasma. Focus your fire.
It's time to finish this.
It'll take more than that to kill me. I will not be stopped.
We need a better solution.
I've got just the thing.
What was that thing?
I don't know, but we need a better way to fight it.
I'll get to work.
Thank you for all your help. Without you, we would have lost the Lisette. It's unfortunate we couldn't capture the Vaudois alive for questioning. He was unlike anything I've ever seen. What made him so powerful? Neryl did manage to get a few scans. He's compiling a report on what he found, and your success with the plasma. We'll need to adapt. We can't count on—
Commander Jirok, I have some preliminary...
We will not forget what you did for us. Lieutenant Ceylon will work with Neryl to learn more about this Vaudois. If there are more out there like him, we're going to need more than luck to fight them. We need to know more. Why was this Vaudois practically invincible? He wasn't like any of the others we've faced helping the Kabali or the Touré. I hope we can help find an answer. It's the least we can do.
Haven't taken a hit like that since Obasek and I were fighting the Tal Shiar. Gonna be sore in the morning. But the singularity is stabilized. That Vaudois tried to lock us out of the containment system, but he wasn't as smart as he thought he was. Thanks for your help. Next time we're in a firefight, I'll do more than just lay on the ground unconscious.
Thanks for the help with the Vaudois, but we won't need it again. The next time, we'll be ready. I'm going to drill my security teams until they can deal with anything. The war between the Klingons and Starfleet ended and people got lazy. Time to get back in shape. Nice, isn't it? Honestly, there was an even chance that it would cause a massive explosion, crack the singularity core, and kill us all. I figured we'd be dead if we didn't try it, so why not give it a shot? Good thing it worked, huh?
So, the Vaudois have some sort of super soldier to throw at us now. Wonderful. I've tasked some research groups to discover a way to fight these super Vaudois. With luck, we'll have tactics to use against them soon. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into. Starfleet intelligence believes the Vaudois have a hidden base in the Cartella system. I'd like you to investigate. A Hazari bounty hunter known for their skill at infiltration will be working with you on this. Good hunting. There's something interesting I'd like...
Greetings. It is agreeable to work with you again. The Vaudois have greatly expanded their reach since Voyager first encountered them. Their military capabilities have developed at a rate that Starfleet Command finds troubling. An additional concern is that some leaders of the Vaudois supremacy have developed unusual physical characteristics. These individuals exhibit strength and resilience far beyond the norm for their species. The crew of the Lisette has shared their data of your previous encounter with one of the enhanced Vaudoir with the Alliance. We have used it to devise several modifications to our weapons that may counteract their ability to reflect a portion of energy directed at them. I have provided the specifications to your crew, and they have already made the modifications to your weapons. However, these modifications are untested. It is unclear how much effect they will have. Not yet, but we have found a location that may have the answers we seek. Officially, Cartella is a defunct mining colony. However, intercepted messages indicate that the lower levels of the facility are being used by Supremacy leadership for an unknown purpose. Your mission will be to covertly enter the base and gather intelligence on the Vaudoir. We have made arrangements with Yadren to provide you with equipment you will need to... The Hazari will provide a modified holo-emitter to approach the planet. Holo-technology is unfamiliar to the Vaudoir.
If you don't want to blow this whole deal, help me with these Vaudoir! Thanks for the help, but don't expect a discount. I wouldn't have been in that mess if I hadn't been waiting here for you. I picked up this device called a holo-emitter from a big-eared fellow named Quinn. It's programmed to replicate the appearance of a Vaudoir freighter. I don't know the specifics of this technology, but it works and I'm delivering it. That completes my contract. Quinn says this one has a few upgrades that aren't technically legal in the Alpha Quadrant. You're trying to run a con on the Vaudoir. You should use the right tools for the job. It was my own fault. I should have activated it before I entered the system, but hooking it into our power supply was more complicated than Quinn said it would be. Alpha Quadrant tech has too many redundancies. Backups for your backups, and none of it matters because emergency power always fails in an emergency. Good luck. I'll wait.
Voyager will remain here with Yadren. We have arrived at Cartella Prime. Your engineers have installed the holo-emitter, and it is ready to activate at your command. We will need to infiltrate both automated and manual detection measures before we can reach transporter. Our first task is to bypass the automated security perimeter. We have successfully breached the security perimeter. Next, we will be challenged by the orbital traffic control.
Unidentified vessel. Your transponder may be malfunctioning. Please transmit your ship designation and flight plan. Our diagnostics are showing green across the board. What is your ship's origin and flight plan designation? Regardless of your circumstances, I cannot allow you to dock without proper authorization. Transmit your transponder. You're cleared for docking, sir.
Now we must avoid detection from the Vaadwaur ships. The hollow emitter will be essential. The tunnels beneath the planet are protected by a subspace scattering field that our transporters cannot penetrate. I have found a safe location. You are just outside of the Vaadwaur security perimeter. I have accessed their internal sensors, so I will provide you with tactical assistance throughout your mission. Be wary. There is a Vaadwaur. Be sure that the patrol is in the correct position before you activate the console, or this will fail. Logs at the facility indicate it is in poor repair and has suffered several mechanical mishaps. I am detecting a Vaadwaur patrol ahead. Maintain your position until they pass. That should keep the patrol occupied. I am detecting another group of Vaadwaur ahead. Access the security camera from the console nearby. If you overload that data tower, the Vaadwaur patrol will investigate. Program the door to seal them in.
Alert. Conduit malfunction on Level 2, Section Beta. Engineering teams, respond immediately.
Excellent. Proceed cautiously. There is a large drop ahead on your right. You will need a grapple gun to cross it. You will need to incapacitate all of the Vodwar ahead. Insert the anesthetine gas canister I provided you in the environmental control console and alter the air composition.
Alert! Environmental control malfunction on Level 2, Section Delta 3. Engineering and medical teams, please respond.
There is a large drop ahead. You will have to rappel down. You need to traverse this cavern without the Vodwar seeing you and raising the alarm. To do so, you will need to use your grapple gun, as well as take advantage of anything in the environment. First, you will need to reach the support platform. Shoot a grapple across and then zipline down. Sneak up behind that guard and incapacitate him. To advance further through the cave, you will need to disable the proximity sensors. That console should allow you to do so. Now, zipline to that outcropping. In order to exit this cavern without detection, you will need a distraction. We will need to move the Vodwar guards below and ahead of you, away from the next support structure. The rocks near you are unstable. Try to trigger a collapse. The way is clear for you to grapple to the next support structure. Make your way across the ledges to the outcropping near the next support structure. Grapple to the next support structure. Approach the guard and disable him. There are more guards at the other platform. Use your tricorder to reprogram the anti-personnel turrets near them to attack the Vaudouar targets.
Attention! Malfunctioning turrets on Level 4, Section Beta 2. Security and engineering teams, report immediately to Level 4.
The walkway is offline. You will need to grapple across the gap. They are aware of your actions. You cannot delay. Sensors are reading something large blocking your route through the cavern. Activate the crane with the nearby controls to move it. Not much further. There is another grapple ahead. There should be a place where you can drop down just ahead of your current position. Now slip quietly out of the cavern before the Vaudouar see you. I am detecting some unusual signals coming from below this area. You must...
Intruder alert! Commander Gallic, please respond!
An intruder? I'll handle this.
Finally! Gallic? You will pay for killing Gallic!
What?
was that thing? You saved my life. I don't know why, but I am grateful. What? Never. It's some kind of parasite, isn't it? What do you know? Do you believe other members of the Vaudois are infected by these beasts? I know my duty. I cannot allow you to wander free. I think it went down that passage over there. It went down one of the cracks in the rock. We'll have to deactivate that force field to pursue it.
It appears the creature has already left the area. I would recommend you scan the area with your tricorder. Perhaps it left a...
I didn't know these caves were so extensive. Only the highest leadership is allowed down here.
How did the Vaudois come into contact with the parasites in the first place? It has been many years since Starfleet encountered them.
I wonder how many of our leaders have been infected. Surely Gallic can't be the only one.
Based on Starfleet's previous encounters with the parasites, you should be extremely cautious. The creatures show remarkable cunning.
Give me an enemy I can confront face to face. This deception sickens me.
They are insidious. These creatures nearly ended the Federation. Although we have had our differences with the Vaudois, the Federation do not wish to see any species enslaved.
This area has always been off limits. I expected some kind of hive, but this is just a storage room. I see some of our stasis modules, which means there are soldiers who have not been rewoken. But the rest of this? It's just supplies. What was that thing?
Wait, did you hear something?
Ah, I see you've met my little friends. They want to get to know you better.
What are you? How far has this infestation spread?
You have such a small mind. The joining will help. You will see everything we can be once we are brothers under the skin. You think you have bested me? Mere mortals. Pathetic. We will rise again, and you will know our true might.
This ends now! I cannot allow you to spread this infestation!
The Vaadwaur are alerted to your presence. You must leave the facility. But the subspace scattering field is still in effect. Find the controls and disable them. Find the controls to the subspace scattering field and disable them.
Although you have helped the Vaadwaur people today, do not believe this makes us friends, or even allies. No, I must remain with my people. Perhaps I will discover more of what's really happening here.
Your activities on the surface have alerted the Vaadwaur to your presence. They are beginning to inspect the starships in orbit. I would recommend returning to the ship immediately. The information you discovered in the base is troubling. While Starfleet knew the neural parasites found on Earth sent a signal to deep space before they were destroyed, We never knew the destination of that signal. It very well may have been the Delta Quadrant.
Unidentified vessel. Your transponder codes are invalid. Security vessels are on their way.
There is only a 0.008% chance that this ship will...
Well, you're alive. I guess that means the holo emitter did its job. But it did work. Contract complete.
Excellent work. Now that we know at least some of the Vaadwaur have been taken over by the neuroparasites, we can form an appropriate plan of action. The one Vaadwaur who helped you, Commander Eldex, may be of assistance. It was clear that he was not aware of the corruption. With your permission, I will return to Voyager. There is much still to do before we will see the end of the Vaadwaur threat. Thank you again. Live long and prosper.
Neural parasites. That explains a lot. The enhanced physical abilities, maybe even their rapid return to power in the sector. If they follow previous patterns, the parasites will infect Vaadwaur in key leadership positions. The 2 overseers you took out might be the tip of the iceberg. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into. Our forces are stretched thin here. Admiral Tuvok and Captain Kim are putting a
Je vais faire une pause de 2 minutes. À tout de suite. Et c'est reparti pour une nouvelle aventure.
Our forces are stretched thin here. Admiral Tuvok and Captain Kim are putting a recruitment plan together, and they've requested your assistance. There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
Admiral Tuvok is in the conference room with the other members of the task force. Follow me, please. I'll take you. Seems like we're never gonna get you that tour. Sorry. The others are waiting for you in the conference room.
Let us begin. While the Kobali and the Benthans have agreed to join our alliance, there are many other races in the Delta Quadrant in a position to help us defeat the Vaadwaur. It will be up to us to show them the benefits of joining us. 7, I would like you to contact the Cooperative.
The Cooperative should be amenable to our offer. They have as much to lose as we do.
Neelix, your experience as a trader makes you an excellent choice to work with the Hazari.
The Hazari? This won't be easy, but I should be able to pull it off.
Captain Kim, we've arranged a meeting for you with the leaders of several Kazon sects.
I don't trust the Kazon, but I'll give it my best effort.
Doctor, you have experience with the hierarchy. I would like you to infiltrate one of their ships and learn more about how they make decisions.
Ooh, I have several new subroutines that will be perfect for this mission.
As for you, I would like you to visit the Jouerai and the Octanti, and then provide support to any of the others who require it. We need allies to turn the tide of this war. We cannot fail.
You can leave if you return to the transporter room, though there is some time to speak with the crew.
I never thought I'd be a spokesperson for this alliance myself. And to the Hazari! I guess all my time as a trader and ambassador made Admiral Tuvok think I was the right Talaxian for the job. Knowing that you and your crew have my back is a great...
This is going to be interesting. I've never really tested my field intelligence subroutines, but Admiral Tuvok assures me they will perform well. He has been assisting me with the programming, and I've made an extensive study of intelligence and information gathering on my own. I may require you to interact with the hierarchy and make the alliance offer to them. If they think it's the best financial option, they may agree to join us.
The Cooperative should be amenable to our alliance. I foresee no problems and should not require your assistance. I will inform you if the situation changes.
The Kazon are argumentative and difficult. Getting them on our side will be tricky. I'll be negotiating with the leaders of 5 of the clans. While I hope to bring them all on board, I'll be happy if we get 1 or 2. The Rhode Island is a tough ship, but I'd be grateful if you could bring your ship to the negotiations. The Kazon respect a show of force, and your ship might be just the thing we need to sway them to our side.
The Jouerai and the Octanti have worked with us in the past. You should not find it difficult to make a convincing case for a renewed alliance.
Ready to beam you back to your ship, sir.
Quel est le plan, capitaine? L'amiral Tuvok nous demande de visiter Turenne où on dit... Otari. Dans quel but? Former une alliance du DAS d'ici dans le quadrant Delta. Régner tout le monde contre les Valdor. Bonne idée, mais c'est pas facile. Un vieux proverbe s'applique. L'union fait la force. Une grande partie de l'équipage d'origine du voyageur va entrer en contact avec les autres races. Nous devons les aider autant que possible. Bien, le navire fonctionne mieux qu'il peut, capitaine. Quelle est votre première destination? Les Turels, à partir de là, c'est nous qui décollons, avec qui nous traitons, nous verrons. Monsieur, nous sommes arrivés au système de Turel. Il semble qu'ils mettent but de calme depuis la dernière visite. Les analyses de longue portée montrent les patrouilles de vaisseaux. Les Turels en orbite. Cependant, aucun volt n'est détecté par les capteurs. Il semble qu'ils laissent les Turels se débrouiller seuls. Capitaine, nous détectons quelque chose d'étrange dans le sous-espace. Je vous recommande d'aller voir et contacter avant. Étrange, on aurait dit qu'il y avait un vaisseau dans le sous-espace pendant un instant, mais maintenant il a disparu. Les Turels utilisent un sous-espace ça aurait pu être un de leurs vaisseaux, mais les Valdor utilisent aussi le sous-système. Quoi qu'il soit, c'est parti maintenant. Les Turels ne répondent pas aux appels, monsieur. Il faudrait peut-être les rapprocher pour attirer l'attention.
That's close enough. This is restricted space, and you're not welcome. We don't need your advice. Our Voth allies are more than strong enough to help us. Very well. Ambassador Norik will speak with you now. Don't waste his time like you've...
What is the meaning of this? We want no more alliances. The Jouerai have a mutual defense pact with the Voth, and it is quite sufficient for our needs. Begone! I do not wish to order our pickets to fire upon you, but I will if I must. The Voth are on their way. I'm sure of it. Where are the Voth? Attention any Voth ships! This is a priority emergency! We are under attack! Have the Voth truly abandoned us to the Voth? While your ship may be formidable, it is still no match for the Voth. We have already chosen our ally. Lies! This is all a deception so you can get your hands on the secrets of underspace. I was right. You do want the secrets of our underspace corridors. What can you offer that the Voth cannot? You have given us much to think about. Upon consideration, I think this alliance is in the mutual benefit of all involved. I will take your offer to my superiors with my approval, and then we'll send an attaché to your flagship to work out the details.
It is agreeable that your efforts to recruit the jouerai were successful. We are reaching out to their embassy to begin our cooperation immediately. Thank you.
Greetings. I am on my way with several cooperative ships. It was simple enough to get them onto our side, but the real problem now is with the Octanti. The Octanti consul should be at your location.
Greetings. I am Ambassador Rerick of the Octanti. I've examined the proposal your government's transmitted, and I'm afraid the Octanti people must decline. The Federation, the Klingon Empire, and the Romulan Republic all give rank and commissions to Borg drones. You call them liberated, but they are still Borg. The Borg drove us off our homeworld and massacred our people. An alliance with them would be unthinkable. Borg are Borg. We will not join your alliance, and we never will. Our people have lost too much already. I won't be led into another unwinnable war.
This is 7 of 9. I have a priority message for the Octanti. Ambassador Rerick, the Cooperative has a problem with which they require your assistance. An Octanti synthetic virus has infected a recently liberated cube, causing severe problems for the fragile consciousnesses of the former drones. They are falling to madness. Our sensors show the cube is moving in this direction. You are in danger. Unknown. We need the Octanti to transmit the shutdown code for the synthetic virus. If done quickly, the liberated Borg aboard the cube may recover.
Never! If the virus infected them, then our work is done. They will destroy themselves.
It's arriving now. Your time is up.
Lower! You're... prepare... assimilated!
Ambassador, please deactivate the virus. There are thousands of liberated Borg on that cube who need your help.
The Borg are a blight. The only course of action is extermination.
If the Octanti will not deactivate the virus, we will have no choice but to destroy the... Ambassador, there is life after the Collective. A life your bigotry now has denied for thousands aboard that cube. I am sorry for your people's losses, but all Borg are not what you think. Perhaps you will reconsider your position in the future. Or perhaps the Vaadwaur will finish what the Borg...
We knew recruiting the Octanti would be difficult. Their emotional reactions to the Borg color everything they do. I believe you did the best you could. Perhaps some of our other diplomats will be more successful in future negotiations with them.
Oh, thank goodness you've arrived! I'm trying to work with the Hazari, but they are a demanding lot, to say the least. First, they want the Benthans to void the warrants of 3 of the Hazari, Niken, Yakela, and Negrasa. Then they want 2 prisoners released. And if that weren't enough, they're demanding bounty hunting licenses for the Ramar, Zilnan, and Osprinti system.
Pleasure to see you again. I assume you can speak with more authority than this Talak. Then I wish you good luck. Your offer is...
The Benthans usually have a ship patrolling this area of the system. It's a neutral ground, but they know what can happen in... The Benthans keep a close eye on this system. Lots of deals are made here.
I am High Justicar Mathan. I was told you needed to speak to me on a critical matter. Oh? How can we assist you? It's always demands when it comes to the Hazari. Demands, deals, and contracts. Transmit their list. I haven't had a good laugh in days. There's no way we'd agree to all this. I'm sorry. Good point. I can rescind the warrants for Niken and Yakela, but not Negrasa. He's caused too much trouble to let him go free. And the prisoners, I'll exchange them for Nikedin, if the Hazari will give him up. He's been raising havoc in 3 sectors. I'll give them 1 of the systems for hunting, but not all 3. Let them choose which one they want.
Will they give us what we want? Of course we knew they wouldn't give us everything. But if you don't ask for everything, you won't get anything. What? Oh, I mean good. Let's see here. We give the Benthans Nikedin, and we get 2 of our captains back? Done. Nikedin is a Bashik Monar. I think the closest translation we have to your language is a pit where you throw your pack animal. Take him. Sure, I'll draw up the contract. Just transmit your authorization and you've got a deal. As soon as the Benthans deliver, the Hazari are part of your alliance. Nikedin is in hiding, but I'll give you an encoded signal to lure him out. He'll think it's one of our ships giving him the all clear.
A trap? Fine. I'll kill you then, my so-called friends. Fine. I won't lose my ship and crew for this. You've beaten me. What? The Benthans? I thought I'd be going to one of your prisons. I can escape from one of those in a week. Lowering shields now. Just don't vaporize me.
We should take our prisoner to that Benthan patrol ship. The Hazari seem a little too happy about this outcome. Even if Yadren doesn't like Nikedren, I didn't think he'd be so quick to give him up to the Benthans. I don't think that's the case.
On behalf of all the Hazari, thank you for delivering that Gratok Nikedden to the Benthans. Oh, what can it hurt now? We've got an airtight contract. Remember those hollow emitters we got from that Ferengi? He also sold us a nice, personal-sized one with a low-emission power pack. We gave that one to Nikedden. Right about now, he should be slipping out of the brig and into the crew of that Benthan cruiser you delivered him to. A spa! Not so fast! Our contract specifically states that you cannot interfere in the matter of Captain Nikedden once you have delivered him to the Benthans. Telling them would be the very definition of interference.
And that's done. I'll meet you back at Voyager.
I understand the Hazari used the pretense of the Alliance to place a spy on the Benthan ship, and that their contact with us will be voided if we inform the Benthans of his presence. Fortunately, we have our own operatives in the Hazari organization. They will be able to marginalize the effectiveness of the Hazari spy, while still keeping them as a tool to use.
Monsieur, nous sommes arrivés dans le système de Pétur. L'amiral Tuvok a dit que le docteur s'est infiltré dans un vaisseau de la hiérarchie. Tu as réussi, nous devrons attendre notre signal.
Hello again. I thought it would be best if I used your bridge's hollow emitters for this conversation. I'm currently in disguise on board the Hierarchy ship as one of those potato-looking fellows, and the Hierarchy assume I'm one of the crew. I've begun a review of their cost analysis matrix, which is what they use to determine if any particular course of action will be profitable. Right now, their ship is running silent, which means they're cloaked, and all higher-level computer functions are locked out. I need those to complete my review. You need to convince them to decloak. Hail them. Show them their cloak isn't enough to hide them from the Alliance. Then, you might be able to convince them. The ship is currently cloaked by one of the nav beacons in this region of space. Just head to the nav beacon, and you'll get their attention. The Hierarchy once corrupted my programming in an attempt to spy on Voyager. This seems fitting. These subroutines are quite useful. Perhaps I'll write a holonovel about my experiences as a spy.
That's close enough. I don't want any trouble, but I would like to know how you knew our location. Don't tell us your secrets and we won't tell you ours. As for your offer of an alliance, give me a moment to consider.
The Hierarchy is consulting the cost analysis matrix. This is exactly what I needed. This is going to take some time. We'll need to stall them while
I am sorry, but the Hierarchy has evaluated the investment needed for such an undertaking, and we find that the Alliance ships are simply outmatched by the Vatwar. There's no profit in losing.
I have an idea. Follow my lead. Perhaps we could arrange for a demonstration of their abilities. I could reroute the cloaking device through our main deflector dish and create convincing holographic targets for them to fight.
You could do that. Very well. That will show us what these Alliance ships are capable of. Then we'll run the numbers again.
2 holographic Borg probes coming up.
Borg probes? Hardly a challenge. I want something big. Give me a Voth bulwark. Also, I don't care if they can just defeat the hologram. I want to see how well this person works with their crew. Anyone could throw fire.
1 Voth bulwark coming up. is struggling to adapt. Keep it up. The Matrix is struggling to adapt. Keep it up. Done. Now you can finish off the bot program. Here, let me give you a hand.
Ha! Well, you defeated the bulwark, but not without difficulty. Our cost analysis is proven again. You're...
Getting the data on the cost analysis matrix was the primary mission. Thanks to your efforts, the Doctor was able to extract the information needed by Starfleet intelligence. While it would have been ideal to bring the hierarchy into the fold today, now that we have the information that influences their decision-making,
Glad to see you. It seems the Kazon don't believe we have enough ships to stop the Vaadwaur. I keep telling them we'll have the numbers if we work together, but they keep insisting they need
more ships. I demand to see more. Our scouts have reported seeing Voyager in the Delta Quadrant again. We want to see that ship.
Yes. I wonder... I'm going to try something. Things might get dicey if my suspicions are correct. Nellick, the USS Voyager is not available. If there is anything about it that you need to know, I can answer those questions. I was stationed on Voyager during its time here in the Delta.
You were on Voyager? That's excellent news. If you're willing to vouch for your fleet's strength, Captain Kim, we are ready to join your alliance.
You're telling me... Wait a second. They just transmitted a coded signal. There's a ship just outside sensor range. Probably waiting for Voyager.
Ensign Harry Kim. Or is it Captain now? Finally got a promotion. I hope you enjoyed your life, Captain. It ends...
I don't know. You have me at a disadvantage. You know my name, but I don't know who you are. At least give me the courtesy of an introduction to the man who's going to...
My name is Sesson, but that means nothing to you. You would have known my mother. You served with her on Voyager until your Captain Janeway's hatred and prejudice drove her into exile with the Kazon, where she was a brave and...
Seska. Then you must be... We didn't even know you were still alive, Sesson. Your father took you...
While Sesson and Captain Kim squabble over old hurts, I would like to make you an offer. My clan has taken over a new planet, but the climate is arid and water is in short supply. While Sesson and Captain Kim squabble over old hurts, I would like to make you an offer. My clan has taken over a new planet, but the climate is arid and water is in short supply. While Sesson and Captain Kim squabble over old hurts, I would like to make you an offer. My clan has taken over a new planet, but the climate is arid and water is in short supply. About 100 of your terraforming systems would change our prospects for the better. If you will provide them, I'll pledge the loyalty of the Kazon Relora to you right now, as well as the ships of all the clans who are our allies. Thank you. The Kazon Relora will...
Shields up. Red alert. I knew Kazon could hold a grudge, but not for this. Not all the clans are siding with this group. Few are fighting with us.
I apologize for the deception. Mage Session holds a great deal of power over the rest of the Kazon clans. I hope my actions here will convince you that our desire to assist you against the Vaadwaur is sincere.
The Kazon are very factional. I can believe that Sesson strong-armed them into acting as they did. I would like to welcome the Kazon Ogla and the other allied Kazon to the Alliance. Great work getting the Kazon Relora to join the Alliance. There's no way the Nistrum will join us. Sesson is obsessed with Voyager. I don't know what his father told him about us, but Seska was a thorn in our sides for most of our early time in the Delta Quadrant. She certainly wasn't the victim. She was the aggressor. It looks like her hatred of Voyager has been passed on to her son. I wish he could have had a better legacy. I'll return to Admiral Tuvok in the Alyan system.
Our success on this mission falls within expected parameters. Some of the races are willing to join us, but others did not see the wisdom of working together toward a common goal. We will continue our efforts. Perhaps if we take a different approach with those who are still reluctant, they will see the value of cooperation.
La diplomatie est rarement une procédure simple et directe. Après les rapports que j'ai reçus de vous et de Tuvok, il semble que nous avons fait des progrès. Les Vaadwaurs ont failli tout perdre dans le passé lorsque les ennemis se sont unis contre eux. Malgré cela, Cole et ses acolytes marchent toujours à nouveau vers la guerre, à moins que nous construisions une force suffisante pour les arrêter. Et cette fois, nous pourrons bien. Assurez-vous que ça n'arrive pas. Ce produit, jouerai, out.
There's something interesting I'd like you to look into.
The best chance we have at defeat.
Commander Eldex wants to meet with you in the Molinia system. I'm bringing 7 of 9 in to back you up on this. She's familiar with the Vaadwaur and will be a valuable asset on this mission. Good luck. There's something interesting I'd like you to look.
Capitaine, nous sommes contactés à la fois par le voyageur et par un vaisseau du commandant Ada.
Greetings. Admiral Tuvok has requested I assist you for the duration of this mission. Admiral Tuvok understands this may upset Eldex, so I shall be the only one who aids you. Voyager will maintain its distance. I am ready for transport.
Let's go over the point of this operation. Gaul has called all available supremacy leaders to Cartella. I do not know how many of my people are infected with those creatures we saw there, but I'm sure there is more than one. We need to expose them for the abominations they are. The Supremacy is keeping a tight control on all subspace transmissions. We'll need control of the array to broadcast what we find on Cartella to not only my people, but the entire quadrant. To control the array, we need to control one of the Hirogen ships. Make sure to leave the one I have marked reasonably intact.
Intruding Vaudois ships! You have trespassed! This is our space, and this is our array. No trade!
We need to board the Hirogen ship and take the communications console on the bridge. I can use that to take control of the array.
I have extensive experience with these systems.
We need the communications console intact. Whatever else happens is of no concern to me.
We must first disconnect the console from the ship's data network. We also need the isolinear storage assembly. It will be behind a locked door on the bridge. Transporter standing by. Transport complete.
We have the console. There is no way the Vaadwaur will allow a Starfleet vessel into our space, and Cartella defenses have been upgraded since your last trick with the holo projector. Take one of the ships in my fleet, and send yours away. You can contact it once we've completed our... We'll scuttle the Hirogen ship so they won't know the console is missing. Then we can continue on to Cartella for the meeting. I have loaned some officers to attend to the duty stations on the frigate you now command.
I'm picking up an incoming Benthan vessel on long-range sensors. Our ships are out of range, and we are in a Vaadwaur vessel. They are not altering course. Disabling their vessel...
Attention, Vaadwaur vessels. You are in violation of several codes of conduct in this area of space, and your ships have been identified as perpetrators of crimes against the Benthan Guard and...
They cannot escape this system.
There is no need to destroy that ship. You may have a quarrel with the Benthans, Elders. We do not.
I will not let the plan be ruined.
I've jammed the Benthan ship's communications so they can't signal for help. You know what needs to be done. No.
Unacceptable. The Benthans are performing their assigned duties and have no way of knowing who or what we are. Sensors are detecting damage to the ship's long-range communications array. It will be days before they can restore warp power or send out a signal. We can leave now.
That's not a risk I'm willing to take. They're in range of the Hirogen array.
We can put him in our brig or tow his ship away to buy ourselves more time. There is... They did not need to die.
I trust you won't be so squeamish in the future. There's more riding on this plan than the live...
The Borg place very little value on the life of one individual. Captain Janeway and the crew of Voyager showed me that that belief was incorrect. Given all they have been through, I had hoped Commander Eldex would place more value on the lives of others. It appears that his concern...
Gaul has increased security since your last... visit. Let me do the talking. Verification code 109947.
Verification accepted. Due to heightened security, all ships are required to reduce speed below full impulse for security.
One hurdle cleared. Continue to the manned security checkpoint.
Disengage your engines and provide the proper security.
Verification code Alpha 4742. Commander Eldex and squadron reporting. Do not make me late for the meeting.
Code accepted, Commander Eldex. Take your squadron to the marked position on the outer orbit ring.
Ignore the scans. Fly like you belong here. Good thing you didn't try to use a hologram again, isn't it?
There are 67 ships in this system. That is more than expected.
Gaul's planning something big. This must be the start. More ships or just more reasons not to get caught?
We're putting a great deal of trust in you, Commander.
I am after one goal: the liberation of my people from these monsters. I will do anything to achieve that, including betraying Gaul to save us all. It is time for someone with a stronger resolve to take up the cause that Gaul has abandoned. There are more ships in system than I had anticipated. But we can't stop now. Leaving would only make us look suspicious. I'm transmitting coordinates for a secure room near the meeting site. Beam down there. I will have a holographic disguise ready for you. Security is scanning for such tricks on ships, but I'm not sure they realize how many uses there are for holo-emitters. Here, use these holo projectors. Security is so focused on keeping intruders out of our space that they won't be looking for trouble on the ground. But try not to act suspicious. Our soldiers aren't as dumb as you seem to think they are. You'll need to place these emitters around the leaders, which when activated will emit a low-level delta radiation pulse that should disrupt their isoboramine neurotransmitters, forcing their parasites out for a short period. You'll also need to place recording devices, so everything that happens is transmitted to the quadrant. I'll stay here with the transmitter and monitor your progress. This is more than a simple briefing. Gaul might even be here in person, so don't get caught. We're all dead if you do. You'll need to set up a signal booster so we can transmit our signal through the base's electronic security. There's a power console near to where the leadership is addressing the troops. Tie the repeater into the conduits there.
Hey! What are you doing? No one is allowed back.
If we're finished here, I suggest we return to the crowd.
Now hear the words of our great leader. Go!
Sir!
What do you want?
Someone found the guard. Quick, activate the device.
What? What's happening?
They're monsters! No, you did this! Traitor! Liar! What are you? Monster! Sleevo! Beast! Kill it!
Enough! Why are you letting your eyes deceive you? This is a plot by our enemies. They're trying to divide us. I say no. We will stand strong, united. We are Vodwa, and we will conquer our enemies.
Joel's right! This is insane!
I'll stand with you. No, Joel's a betrayer! I see some of you are still loyal to our cause. The rest, you are cowards and traitors unworthy to be called Vodwa. Kill them.
I think our time here is done. We should make our way to the extraction point. Get out! Get out now! I need to rally my people, the ones who aren't infected and who are willing to fight. The parasites will crush them if someone doesn't act. My allies are holding one of the space docks in the outer perimeter. We need to confirm the transmission made it to the array. Incoming hostiles. Handle them! transmission signal is strong.
I am in contact with Voyager, and it is waiting with your vessel outside this system. We need to depart immediately.
Gaul and his allies are still in control, but they're losing their grip on the reins. You planted a seed of revolution. Let's hope it reaches full bloom soon. There's something interesting I'd like you to look.
Our alliance is going to need more help. We'll need to make pacts with other species in the quadrant, and not everyone is going to see this our way. That's where you come in.
C'est là que se termine ce stream d'aujourd'hui. Comme d'habitude, les deux vidéos seront postées de mon let's play. Le replay sera uploadé sur YouTube dès que j'ai le temps. Comme à chaque fois, les vidéos de mon ami Valranos seront diffusées le dimanche et le mercredi. Allez le voir et à lui donner du soutien. Sous ce, je vous souhaite longue vie et prospérité à vous. Et à la prochaine.